Hello everyone, this is Modad, and today is a new Game of Thrones replay review. This one is well, I try to get the most interesting games that I can find. This one is well, to say the least, it is interesting. So I've got Barker Chiki on brown, Corvus on dark green, I don't believe I know them, Sawyers on light blue, Faithful on grey, Dizzy Dwarf on pink, myself on green, I do not know the orange. Dawn Cry on yellow, Love Z on purple, Silent Siren on teal, Fingolfin on blue, and Tennel on red. So it's actually quite a proficient lobby. A lot of the players in this lobby are quite good. So it made for quite an interesting game. Though it did have a very unusual occurrence in it, which we'll see as the game unfolds. So without further ado, we'll start it. So off the bat, Defiler. Defiler is easily the weakest path in the game for Dark Green. That is, it's very good in the early game. It can get rushed in the very first 10 minutes, but it's very easy to break the wall as Defiler. However, once you break the wall, from there it's difficult to take over, actually win the map. Silent goes for an early fray path, which is it gives you an extra Storm Bolt with Black Walder. However, it makes you a lot weaker later on because it means you're splitting more experience between your heroes. You've got 3 heroes right here, though I believe he's not using Jason. He's put him in ship form. But then you've also got the Walder Frey base hero. So quite early on, I group my units and run in, and I see that Joffrey's over here, and somehow I'm able to get a clean surround on him and pick up the crown 1 minute into the game. Now, he probably should have anti-magic shielded earlier or blinked out earlier, but it happens. He let himself get surrounded because the storm bolted him, followed up by the Brienne stomp, so he was just completely locked in. At this point, I don't really know what's going on here. He tries to go out and do something with Tommen, but he's got 460 health at level 1 and it's going out without red backing him up yet. So, not really sure what's going on there. As I said, Faithful is a good player, so it's kind of like, I don't believe he was trolling with Joffrey, but I think with Tommen he just kind of gave up a bit mentally. Now he's just hitting the critter. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Defiler already knocked down. That's well, that's a speed run if I've ever seen it. 2 minutes into the game, Defiler gone. Defiler, I said could be rushed, but that is not. That is not good. There should be no way that you could be rushed that fast. So blue teal, they're taking over Timmet. So light blue can't realistically defend if both players come over here to stop him from taking Timmet. You don't have the heroes, elites yet, and you also don't have the unit spawns. Funnily enough, he's got Nestor Royce here and his elites behind this gate. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe he hasn't realized that it's closed. So at this point, I'm fairly convinced Grey's trolling, because, I mean, look what Grey's doing. So I decided to take a bit of the brakes off him. Don't want to fuck over red too hard, especially when the Grey is pretty much blatantly trolling at this point. So I go south with friendly and attack orange. Though, as it turns out, orange is also, by looks of it, new. Yeah, it's good his hero is stuck in here. Grey decides to grief red by going Kingsguard after he's already lost Tommen and Joffrey, which is an awful idea. So Tennel is a little bit tilted after that one, understandably. Also, so you may be wondering why I'm reviewing a game like this. Like, you got Grey, who was pretty much just trolling Orange who's new, dark green who's also clearly new, but it's got some interesting twists and turns, so it'll pick up. At this point, I'm still quite confused because, as I said before, Faithful has been a pretty consistent player from what I've seen until now. This is the first game I've seen him just like blatantly into troll. So pretty standard action down here. North, not really sure what's going on here. Finding out the golden tooth. This is a, yeah, the golden tooth is a bit of a clusterfuck. What Red could do is send his units in here. Stefron's out of position right here. He could grab Stefron right here. He's going for Black Walder though. Black Walder very low. Stefron is in the back still. Tywin out of, so I'm getting blocked by levies. Tywin's done. Probably didn't see Stefron at the back there. Stefron would have been probably a better grab than Black Walder because Stefron was fully surrounded by Outriders. But, you know, benefit of hindsight and being able to see without having to focus on microing your heroes and elites. So Grey is doing something akin to blocking Blue off. That realistically Blue could probably just force his way through. It's only Jamie and Barristan, plus those Kingsguard and Ilan as well, of course. Yeah, so Red's in a really awful position here, being flanked now. Oh, no, sorry. Not being flanked. He's now being supported, so to speak, by Grey. The Grey's group lacking a lot of teeth right now. Not having losing the crown early like that means that Grey does not have the staying power that what normally would have with the elites. Just pushing through to Dawn. Blue, don't know what they're doing with the army there. Light Blue is being landed by Yellow. So, the thing is, if he brings his catapult over and starts slowly sieging down the multi-shot, you can push Yellow out of here. You have the army to push him out. Yellow doesn't have the army. Yellow's got 4 men-at-arms and 2 crossbows per spawn. It's not enough to realistically keep up with Light Blue's Guildhound spawn, as an addition of the Booming Bell on Red Fort. Because that's 8 men-at-arms right there. You just have to be conservative with taking a hero fight with Yellow, because, of course, you've got 3 heroes to his 4. All Yellow's heroes are really good, and they have more elites. So Teal pushing into Red. Not really much you could do. Probably should bring up these units though. And they've got so many heroes here. They've got 3 from Grey and 6 from Red. So they're still level 1 while Teal's level 3. It's the benefit of having a smaller, more elite hero group over a well, for what is Red's is quite a few crappy heroes in there. Interesting, never seen that one before. Jamie's usual hostile, or neutral. The North, Lovesy is doing the classic of power leveling John, going John path early. I personally think this is an awful plan. So Lovesy likes to kill Jaw and go John path early. I think it's an awful idea. Jaw is one of your best heroes. You can't get Alice of Thorn and John path. So you're pretty. What do you see is what you get. John dies, you have a backup from. Ghost dies, no backup. Whereas if you're still using Jaw, then you have the options of all of your potential Lord Commanders. Brass Selmy stunned. I can't see him getting out of this one. Stun locked. Yep, absolutely destroyed. There's not really much to be done about this. This is just stemming from Joffrey dying so early. Lancelot dropping very low. Managed to stay alive barely. Very good grab. No, I didn't actually make out exactly where he was in there. But Roose Bolton is a great grab, considering he has very low health, not much armor, and a very obnoxious model, and not very good stat growths. But he's also got very good abilities: Stormbolt, Thornzora, and Uberor. Stafford and tactical reserves with the double skill point. Aiming down Lancel. Lancel is a good hero to grab. He's not the most durable one, he's a good support hero. He looks like he will survive here though. Blue and teal are in a very dominant position. Once you control the field, and especially once you have red hemmed into Castle Rock or Lannisport, it's very bad for both of them because now they're both split off from each other. So Sawyer's finally able to break out of Dawn out of the Vale, probably due to the spawn from the Eyrie because Grey went Kingsguard. Though it has delayed Sawyer's quite a bit. Looks like they're going to go for an aim onto red here. Batali dropping relatively low. So the thing of what Red's done here, he's gone early Kevin path, which makes Kevin a very fantastic hero, but it means if you lose Kevin, it's even more damning than normally. Normally, if you lose Kevin, it's bad. You lose defensive leadership, but you have other things to fall back on. If you lose Kevin, you're not going to get a backup for him. Stafford drops very low. Stafford's dead. Not really a big loss. Stafford's pretty crap, but he's still another hero, another body to get through. Going for a counter aim on Black Boulder. Lancel's gone. I think maybe just ditch him and go for Black Boulder here. Did drop very low, but yeah. In hindsight, if Red was stuck a bit closer to the hero fight, he could turn onto Black Boulder and hit him with his Adamar Brandstone. Quite a few unskilled abilities. Leo Lefford just spawned at Golden Tooth, so managed to get him out at least. So throw him to a transport ship and bring him down over here. Yeah, just slow taking Dawn. The Green Army is not very good at the beginning at all, so it takes quite a lot of time to just take simple bases. Pink's slowly losing this fight. Pink lost Mance and lost a lot of bones, so he's now got Stir, Ygritte, and I think that's it. Maybe he's got Varamir somewhere around here. Stir gets Ice Bolted from John and taken down. That is one benefit early. You get the Ice Bolt for John. Somehow Edmure drops to yellow group here. Didn't catch that. He obviously came in for Ram and snuck Harrenhal while Blue and Teal was busy with the Westlands. Unfortunately, this little passageway means he couldn't get a proper surround onto Sevron. If he could, and get a couple more decimates onto him, and plus auto attacks on the true ones, might have been able to get Sevron, or at very least force out of bread. Oh no, he did force out of bread. It could have probably got Sevron if that was the case, but yeah, can't have everything. So Yellow doing quite well for himself, level 3. It's decent level. It's not ideal, but he's already managed to grab Edmure. Sawyer's now coming out with the Vale army. Could probably take Harrenhal right now if he wanted to. So, I think I missed this, but Red is unallied Grey now, because Grey is pretty much trolled Red by, first of all, losing Joffrey, then Tommen consecutively, and also going Kingsguard, robbing Grey of Jaime Lannister. So we unallied him, and I was going to ally Red to make up for it, because Tennel's a friend of mine, but decided against it. He wanted to tough it out for longer, see how it would do. Plus, if I were to ally him, it would be pretty devastating. Just base path at the moment, but once I go Renly path, I'll be extremely powerful. So a bit of a three-way going here. Light doesn't really benefit light blue. It's good for yellow though. Yellow can just pick up random kills of units here and there. Devil Sea with level 6. I didn't see what he did. He must have taken over some ships or something with him. Maybe he sent him south to deal with the creeps here. That's likely what happened. So he's got an early resurrect. I don't really see that very often. Out of Marbrand, the perma, 2 score points. Pink and black, still pretty much stalemate. Black is winning the war of attrition now. It's just more of a matter of time before pink loses. So, yellow grabbing all rain waters. Dishonored Ranger. Huh. So, black just lost Eddard Stark somehow. And traded Jarl for it, I believe. I think it was Jarl for pink. That is not worth it all for black. Eddard Stark's an amazing hero. That's like catastrophic for black. If he would have Eddard Stark, that would be a very big improvement for his group, especially in the later stages of the game when Eddard Stark is particularly good once he rebuilds Winterfell. So grey coming up the rear of red now. It's not exactly ideal to unally red, to unally grey, but it's more of the it's more out of the ideal of it, because grey has effectively just trolled this game. Brown doing nothing by the looks of it. Taking Deepwood Mott. And is now blocking off the neck. But doesn't seem to be too level on the interviews here. It's level 4.
Our forces are under attack. Our town is under siege.
So Water Rivers, I can't remember who gets that off. I believe, did Blackwater drop down somewhere? Perhaps I missed that. Yes, he looks like he lost Blackwater. Blackwater is an amazing hero. It's a really big loss for TL there. Still pushing onto the orange, taking the spawns. I'll go north. Yellow and light blue duking it out. This benefits yellow. Yellow doesn't have the units to feed light blue, but light blue definitely has the units to feed yellow. So anything that yellow grabs here is very good for him. Sevron drops down to grey. So Ryman Frey. I can't remember what he has. I believe he's quite a tanky hero. He doesn't have particularly good abilities, but he's got good stats. And I believe he's got Relentless. I can't exactly remember though. Jamie could potentially go for an aim on Wall of Rivers right here. Does have Light Bolt. I would go for him right now. But looks like he's being yeah, right. He sees that red's flanking him, so he pulls back. He could have potentially pushed onto Walled Rivers and killed him, and then run through Harrenhal at the south gate, the south entrance, and avoid the Red Army. Bit of a cluster of a fight. What I will try actually is turning off the health bars and see what people prefer. If they would prefer for me to have the health bars on or not, or off. So I'll try and toggle them off, on and off relatively frequently, just to check health heroes during fights. But perhaps it'll be better for viewing experience if you were to see the actual models themselves a bit more, rather than the health bars of them.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
So Black is still trying to force onto Pink, but you don't really have the military early on to force Pink out of Then, even if Pink doesn't really have the heroes to back him up. So that is going to take quite a while for that to conclude.
Our town is under siege.
Robert Aaron battle hardened. Teal, Pink, yeah, Grey coming out from the side, light bolting Melisandre and bringing her down. Really big loss for Yellow. Going for trying to go counter aim to Sandal. Doesn't have the damage though, not nearly enough.
Under siege.
So Davos Path is probably looking the best here. Once you lose Melisandre, Davos Path is quite good. The only problem is you don't get Jon Snow. However, if you do go Davos Path, Davos becomes Hand of the King. Endurance Aura is great. Get the Rainbow Guard heroes once Renly's dead. Also get Mathos, Seaworth, and Pylos. Pylos is not anywhere near as good as Melisandre, but he is a brilliant Zora.
Forces are under attack.
Davos also gives you Cellular Psalm, so that gives you the ability to open up the portal, which makes things a lot easier. And of course, drops the Crab Pincer.
Are under attack.
Yeah, Ramen is indeed a big tank. Let's look at what Teal actually has.
Our allies' town is
Oh my god, that Ramen Frey picture is disgusting. Hadn't seen it before. I wish I hadn't though. Holy crap, he looks gross. Rip that Knight of the Vale. Dizzy, so Ygritte dies, Dizzy Wolf goes down. Nothing left. I think he's got like Sigorn. I mean, he could potentially stay. Sigorn is a good hero, but I believe it looks like it's all he's had.
Our forces are under
Is
attack.
anything else in here? Nah, just Sigorn. Flint's Finger. Alpha Maker, so I'm just gonna pick that up. So at this point, I'm done with the south. Right. So I went to attack King's Landing, and for some reason, some of my heroes moved in here, and then the gate got shut on them. So Renly and Robar and the 4 Summer Knights ran away this direction. So can't go back through King's Landing, so I run left down here. Ray doesn't notice me, and I just walk on by. Could have been very catastrophic. If Renly had died there, it would have been pretty bad. I still haven't gone a path yet, so I'm not really as strong as I could be. Also, Renly does have all my items, so not ideal at all. Okay, so Varamir was alive somewhere.
Our forces are under attack.
Might be looking in decent position. I believe he's only lost Brynden. maybe he's not using Brendan.
Our forces are under attack.
No, he has lost Brendan there for sure. So yeah, Teal hasn't gone the bastard the Frey path with the evil Frey path once you commit the red wedding or attempt the red wedding. So he's still got the base heroes of Teal, Jason Mallister, Brendan Tully, etc. So his group is all in all pretty decent overall. Like it's not ideal. As I said, I think Wyman Frey is more or less just a beat stick. Once again, just trying to push into King's Landing. I'm more or less focusing on red because I don't want to on grey. I don't want to kill red because I felt bad because grey has griefed red this game, so I thought it was only fair if I tried to knock him out of the equation. Yellow pushing back into Harrenhal. Interesting fight going on. It's more or less a four-way engagement. Going for a target, seems, with the army onto Greyjohn. Could have potentially got him. Adam Marbrand drops very low. Barely able to make it out. Yes, barely able to make it. Adam Marbrand's a very good hero, but he's just very squishy, and his oh. Well, while that was happening, it seems that Stannis came up behind from blue when he was fleeing from red and managed to grab Rob. Grabs the crown of the north. Quite a good item. It's the worst crown of the game, but it is still a crown. It's not a crown heal, but it at least gives you the ability to summon the wolf guard and the stats of the crown. Greywind up here. Gotta be careful he doesn't die to Balon here. Reds, he's getting bashed though. Able to get away at least. Barker cheeky hitting us with the classic, with the Deepwood Raise. So I think it's just Deepwood he owns. And White Harbour. He's just raising the north, I'm gonna leave, I guess. So still fighting around Harrenhal. Yellow's gonna repair it up. If Yellow can hold this, it's a very good position. But I don't think he can hold it if Light Blue properly pressures him, and this addition of Grey, though Grey is, at the moment, quite preoccupied with me, attacking from the south. Red not having the support of Grey means he can't really go and engage at Harrenhal from this position. It's impossible. You more or less have to go for River Run or attack Harrenhal from the west side, which is not as good in my opinion. Wait, what is this? Blue has allied. Ah, okay. Blue has allied brown. And also, black has allied blue and teal. So, this is part of what made me cast this game. This is, well, it's mass ally. Especially at this point in the game where the south factions are so split, there's no real alliances going on. That is mass ally. Blue has 3 allies right now. Teal's got 2. So it's a bit ridiculous to ally this early. Yeah, Grey just notices it then. Don't know why he's allied Brown, especially when Brown's taking his stuff.
Our forces are under attack.
Don't really know what's going on here. Cancelling the raise? I mean, Bakachiki owns the entire north, with the exception of last half. I didn't see that. But so Balon goes down to black somewhere. Maybe gets sunk.
Our forces are under attack.
So Grey asks to ally. I say no because I feel like it's his troll at this point. And also, Tunnel's a friend of mine, so I'd rather join him, which is what I do. When I see that the alliance is literally 2 allies in the north, I was like, alright, well, we're going to lose if we just do it solo. We got to ally together. Faith event fires, so I can add the ability to go Faith soon. The Faith ability for Faith path for green, sorry, is locked behind. I believe it's 35 minutes. It might be a bit less than that. So Grey can always do it earlier. Blue's not looking ideal. He's lost Rob. He's got the Rob heroes, but without Rob, lost a good amount of his teeth. Red is looking decent. Kevin, Clegane, Leo Lefford, Davin Lannister, and Anna Malbrand, good hero. All of them good heroes. Leo Lefford being the worst of them. I am still unpathed. Once I do go Renly path, I'll be very strong. So Stormbolt onto Ilan Payne. Probably turn onto him right now. I do. He's barely able to make it out of there. Goes for the goes to the ship. Yeah, at this point the Giga Alliance is here. There's not really much you can do against this. Yeah, Orion Waters just drops down to the John group. Got a lot of damage on there. Renly trying at the back, gets stunned. Takes a surprising amount of damage, really. Forced to bread him twice. Now, can't see the ping here because it's 0, because it's a replay. But you play with constant 400 MS, more or less, so you have to be a bit preemptive of some of the things you do, like bread. So you're having this Gear Alliance down here at 30 minutes into the game. It's a bit rough. It throws a spanner in the works for sure. Don't really know what Bakishiki doing right now. Attempting to burn the north, I suppose. Yeah, he's burnt He's burnt White Harbor. So we're able to take King's Landing here. There's not really much Grey can do about it. It's not the military. I believe at this point Grey allies with Yellow. Yep. Poor light blue can't really do much about this. It's just the group is just too strong. Yeah, so 5 heroes. Well, he's not using Corrin. That is indeed quite cancer. The true shot from Jeremy Riker combined with all the marksmen and the rangers there's nothing you could do about that. The sheer damage that they drop once they focus fire. Like, what is that? Is that a hero right there? No, it wasn't. It's a unit. But if that were to focus fire onto a squishier hero, like if that were to focus fire, so she's gone Peter Path. If it was focus fire or lane, she'd die instantly. So the game goes down. So Grey drops in. I think the army spawned on top of Clegane, and Clegane didn't run in time. Pretty rough outcome there. Light Blue really should not go into the Vale here, opposite the area right here. You can't defend that. You should probably leave. Unfortunately, the triple hero group of blue, teal, and black, you can't beat it. I think he's more or less just chosen his tomb here. So, yellow and grey are trying to hold on to King's Landing. We have the military, though they don't. They've got the ships. They do have the two hero groups. The hero groups are actually probably stronger than ours in a way, because I haven't pathed yet, so I'm got a fairly average group. And yes, now Sawyer realizes his mistake, that he's now stuck in here and he can't go Aegon path. Yep. Now you got light blue just gets massacred up here. There's nothing to be done about it. He couldn't possibly get out of that. He should have ran to the Gull Town and sailed away. Potentially ally yellow and grey. It would be fair at this point in the game. There's just too many heroes on the side of the north right now. Could potentially get his declarant heroes out, because he will spawn with some. Yeah, Bronzion, Gilwood, Michael Redfort. Michael Redfort's the main one, if you can get him out, but I think Sawyer's has just given up at that point. Yeah, that's what you get. There is a lot of backups in the Peter path. Once you get Peter path, it's combined with Declarant, and once Peter dies, you get the Declarant heroes. You lose the Peter heroes, with the exception of Elaine or Sansa, whichever you want to call her. So it is a very good path, a very good faction in general. Varys executed. Virgin move right there, I'm just saying. That's declaring that you're never going to get control of the King's Landing back, so it's insecure. Sawyer is joining the people who murdered him. Guess there's nothing else to do other than leave. Yes, with Bright Roar and Renly's King Aura with the Holy Aura and Endurance Aura. Amazing move speed. Finally able to take out the Red Keep. Which is a good thing for us, because we're going to certainly need it in a second, once we start dealing with teal, blue, and black. Go Renly now. Sufficient levels, I think, to do it. Level 8, it's a pretty decent level. It's better to path later in the game, because that way you get more levels on your heroes, so that once you do it, you are stronger, rather than doing it earlier. Then you have to split your XP between 8 heroes or so. I think level 8's a good level to do it at. You can do it later, but I'm going to need the Renly group if I'm going to do anything against blue, teal, and black.
Our forces are under attack. Our town is under siege.
Yeah, that's another thing with the Alliance. They did it in a game where Dark Green had left at the 2-minute mark, so it's not fair at all. Good rule of thumb: don't go above one ally. You can ally more people. You can ally another person if you've got, like, maybe one hero or so, or you just want to let them play the game. But to this extent, it's just a bit ridiculous. This is quite powerful though. So Kevin in Regent form actually has Last Bloodlust with his W. So that means that we effectively have 2 Mass Bloodlusters now. So we can keep up Mass Bloodlust for a good portion of the fights. For as long as Raynor Tarly is alive. See Grey Wind, put some Storm Bolts down. Try to go in for him. Ultimately not able to take him down though. Bit of a chaotic fight, this one. Go for a aim down onto... Can't even tell who it is on. They try to counter aim onto Mace. Loris at the back there. If you can get it gets Avatar off her, it's good. Loris would be a huge loss there. He's an Endurance Aura, and he's a Storm Bolt, and he's got a very good damage on him as well. So this more or less is just the only point of on the map that's actually there's actual combat. I think yeah, I don't even know what Bakachiki is doing. Ah, of course. He's doing the thing that he shouldn't be doing. Where he's attacking Castle Rock and Lannisport when really he should be attacking the north and equalizing this. We're already at a huge disadvantage here being 2 players against 3. And those 3 players, while some of them are a bit neutered, great, Blue's group's not great. Teal's group isn't the best either. It's just like the quite a few of the crappy Teal Frey heroes. But Black's is mostly just full John path. It's missing Eddard Stark, which is reasonably big, but it's still very high levels on a ranger group, so it means that he's going to do a lot of damage when he actually goes for an aim. So I say to Red that we should go and take over the tower. If we can get the items, that'll be very good, because we're actually quite outclassed in that regard. We don't have the items to back it up. So Red goes and deals with Brown from attacking Castle Rock and Lannis, while I take over the tower, or attempt to. blue, teal, and black probably catch on to what I'm doing, and they come down. Blue leaves the game. It's not really a big deal though. We've got 2 players, so they can just easily micro as heroes. We got left being aimed. It's probably fine though. Adam Marbrand, the perma level 2 steel points. So I think at this point, once I've got the army, some of my army back, I go back into the tower. If I get those items to be very big, giving the armor of the White Bull to Renly and Dawn to Loras Tyrell means he's going to do a lot of damage. You need to be very careful when you're taking the tower. The tower heroes do a lot of damage, especially when they randomly crit your heroes. Your hero can go from 1,000 health to dead in about 1 second, if you're very unlucky. So obviously you want to aim down one at a time, especially if you don't take the tower. I didn't want to take the tower because I didn't want to alarm the north that I was here before, so it gives them more time to react. This way, they only notify once I kill the White Bull. Once you're down to only one, you're pretty safe. Arthur Dane is the best of them all because he has Dawn. He can Divine Shield himself. But yeah, once you got rid of 1 or 2 of them, it becomes a lot easier. Yellow and grey are at least tying the north up for me. Pilas goes down. Pilas isn't going to live against this group. Look at those elites. So many marksmen. They've got True Shot from Jeremy Riker. It seems like they've split their groups, so one of them's got melee, one of them's got ranged, perhaps. Axel Florent, I think that was, it went down. Oh, Mathos Seaworth goes down, so rough. And I don't believe, I don't know which Kingsguard that was. Stuff like they can do. They don't have the army to do this. They don't have the army to do it. They don't have the hero group to do it. The hero groups aren't going to match up to that. It's just really rough. And unfortunately, Red has been stuck dealing with Bakachiki. Now, very unfortunate time to look away there. I believe I went in for an aim, and then they turned around and bolted me of John, plus their other bolts, and just knocked down Renly. Absolutely catastrophic. I've still got a lot of good heroes. I've got Marjorie off that, but losing Renly is a big loss. Fortunately, I didn't lose all my items. They went all on Renly. A good chunk of them are on Loras. But at that point, after seeing how quickly Renly died, because he did die very quickly, but I was unfortunately didn't catch it. And then Dawncrime brings this up, so it's the lesser of 2 evils, really.
Our forces are under attack.
No, you didn't. Pink beat Dark Green. You beat Pink by 20 minutes into the game. It's really not. It's not excuse for mass selling like that. Doesn't actually matter. That also doesn't matter because you now have the heroes. And these blue heroes left, I can't actually go select them, but they are good. Great John, amazing hero. Grey Wind, wherever he is, Also amazing hero. Perhaps Grey Wind's one of the heroes I killed. Might have been the hero that I killed when I went in for friendly. I'm not sure. The patch up. Squashed the beef. See, Grey trolls Red. Red forgives him and lets him in with open arms. And we go to ally each other. Now the problem is that I just remembered when I was going to do this. If I do that, I lose Randall Tarley. Because there was a time where certain players would go yellow and green and mass ally with the Stannis group and the Renly group, and it was exceedingly obnoxious. So an event was added in where it kills both Mace and Randall, and yellow loses Montford. So it's not actually worth for us to ally at this point. That is the problem with that trigger, is that when you need to ally in this situation, you can't actually do it. Because it's meant to discourage mass allying and discourage stacking the game in your favour. But it has this effect of when you actually need to do it, you can't really do it, because it's not really advantageous to do it. So, got Jaime Lannister, Clegane, Ilyn, all really good heroes. He can get more heroes from the Tower of the White Sword now. So, not too bad for Grey. My group is mostly intact. I lost one of the the Rainbow Guard heroes, not a big deal. And I lost Renly, but Renly, he's amazing, but Marjorie does provide the same thing that he does. Oh, I didn't even see how that happened. Kevin just walked in and died here, I think. That's really bad. It's one of our mass bloodlusts. He's our he's another crown heal as well. So that's pretty bad that happens. Water Rivers pushes up here, goes on to Adam Marbrand, just drops really quickly. Ramen Frey is exceedingly tanky. I can't even tell who I'm aiming here. Didn't seem like it did any damage at all there. Benefit of losing Renly though is that yellow gets the Rainbow Guard heroes. They spawn level 1 though. I think they may scale off Stannis. Aim onto Brienne. Got quite a few heroes stuck here. Oh, Randall Tarley drops, that's huge. But already lost him, so gotta keep going. Try to commit to get something here. Ghost is a bit pushed up. Not able to drop him. Just don't seem to be doing any damage here. I think it's a lot of blockage going on right now. Pretty bad. Lost Randall there for that. Randall's the best hero that I had left. He's aggressive leadership and he is a mass bloodlust. Losing him means we've just lost a lot of damage potential. Aemon is pushed up here. See him, go for a stun to him. Robot Royce goes down, it's fine, get a replacement for him. Aemon is able to banish himself. Level 1 heroes go down. We're just we're just bleeding heroes to them. Not being able to ally yellow at this point means that we can't properly engage onto blue and teal together, which is pretty big. Walled Rivers isn't going to be dying anytime soon with those items. Barkachiki continuing to be annoying and attack our spawns. Really not what we want to be dealing with right now. If he could take the wall for us, that'd be quite convenient, but, you know, happens. So Guy Morgan goes down, level 2, he's never going to survive this game. At this point, a bit frustrated. with the situation. Being mass allied against is bad enough, but having to deal with constantly being attacked by the sea is very annoying.
Our town is under siege. Our allied town is under siege. Our forces are under attack. Our town is under siege.
My group's pretty gutted. Loris is very good though, still. Upon which Loris my hopes rest.
Our ally is under attack.
Silent Siren's group's very good. He's not using Blackfish, I'm not sure why. Good hero. Just using the tanky phrase. His heroes are all very tanky, except for the low far rate, but he's not actually a big deal. You can see morale's quite low at this point. We're thinking the game's pretty over. So, I think I say to him, we go commit for a Death of Glory attack. Davin Lannister goes down. He's our last aggressive leadership, so he drops down. That's pretty bad. Polliver is in the mix. Looks like he's gonna go die though. We all dive onto Jon Snow, like throw everything against the wall to go into him. Polliver is still going. What a hero. We are able to pick off Rayjon. That's very big. Getting rid of Stark Fervor is very good. Aim down Mace Tyrell. Not a big loss. Garland's actually better. Jon Snow drops exceedingly low. He's able to squeak his way out. Water Rivers is blocked in. Fortunately, just has too much bread on him, and he's got so many items that he's quite tanky, despite being. I don't think he has dodge. Maybe wrong. Loris getting aimed down, able to milk the Poppy him. Robert Strong. That's a big loss. So I believe I didn't really lose. I lost Mace getting Garland, so it's better. Probably going to Ghost here, so I do Light Bolt him with Loris. Fortunately, I think I realized that Grey was going in like hard for that. Brienne pushing up. Probably need to give us some bread. I think I'm running quite low on bread at this point. Not particularly. I should be giving some to Brienne. Jaime gets CC'd. They've got so much CC on their side that the moment he gets caught, he just drops down. Try to go for an aim onto Walder, so extremely tanky though. Garland drops down. So much for having him. And it's looking very grim at this point. Absolutely grim. I lost Randall, so may as well ally. Forgot though that it kills Montfort at this point. So that's pretty bad. He's now just got Davos Seaworth. I have Loris. At least I have Paxter, who is another Enduranceur. He's level 1 though, so not exactly ideal. Yeah, it's raised Lannis and Casterly. We do need all spawns we can get. They have the entirety of the Riverlands, the wall, and a good chunk of the North spawns. Winterfell being the biggest one. That's all they really need from the North. So I did distribute my bread a bit more. We need to go into an aim onto Black's group here. Black is isolated from Teal at this point. We stun onto Aemon. Very good. Emma's got quite a lot of good items there. Jon Snow's in the mix. If we can take him down, we can have a very good chance here. Take down Yarwick. Big loss for them. Take down Theon as well. That was a awful engagement by Black, pushing up this way without yellow, without teal there. So what he had done is he dived into Marjorie, and Marjorie, being one of the queens, has a 500, has a 300 second cooldown. Reincarn. So they ultimately die for a hero that will just revive and get back up, which not really the smartest decision. Yellow going in for, I think it's Sawyer's recruit hero. Yeah, big nose. Try to CC to Wall Rivers, but get the white bull armor, so he's got Avatar. Continue to get him though. Osmond goes down. Grey's got a lot of really crappy heroes. Unfortunately, losing Tommen and Joffrey means that all of your Kingsguard spawn level 1. Go for Rickard Karstark, and we do grab Grey Wind. Pushing up too far. I believe we were trying to go in for Jon Snow at this point. Jon Snow was quite tanky though. Wind's got evasion and those items to back him up. Aiming onto Loras. They really shouldn't be aiming Loras. Should be aiming someone else. See Jon Snow. Try to bring him down. 500, 400 health, 1k, 400, 300, 200, 5. Finally drop him down. They still aiming onto Loras. Barely able to squeak him out. At this point, Barker Cheeky comes in. Are we able to pick up Sam? No, not quite Sam. Overall, very great because we didn't lose as a hero in that engagement, if I recall. See Asha get Loras onto her. Loras beats her ass like a Cherokee drum. Crown Marjorie, able to pick up the crown from Jon. So right now it's looking great for us. We've managed to kill Jon Snow. Black has a pretty gutted group, Gren and Samwell Tarly. Corrin exists, but he really should bring him down at this point. He's a good hero. Silent does have a scary group though, because he's got the Frey heroes, but he still has the opportunity to use the Betray command, which would mean he'd get the full Red Wedding Frey group. And I don't know if you've seen the Red Wedding Frey group, but that is a lot of heroes, and not all of them are bad. A lot of them are though. So, I'm starting to feel pretty good about this now. We've managed to grab Jon with the crown. That's their best hero that they had left. Pretty annoyed with because Lovesy was saying like, oh, can't do anything because Black's so weak. It's not because Black's weak. The problem is that you team kill Jaw at the start of the game and then go Jon Path. And Jon Path is your best path. However, it is meant as a backup path. You're not meant to actively kill Jaw, because if you do that, you don't get Alice of Thorn, and you lock yourself onto Jon Path, which means you don't have any backups from there. If you had come down with Jaw, Alistair, and Jon, and Riker, then I would be very scared. This was powerful, but it just wasn't enough. So go for a dive into the river run. Get the gate close on me. Ultimately, very poor decision. Absolutely poor decision. I got carried away. Thought that we could go in, lose both Brienne and Loris, and Baelor Hightower. And now my group consists of, I believe it's Paxter Red 1, level 1, level 12 Marlon Mage, and Marjorie Tyrell. Awful decision to do that. Especially on this version, since the gate tower here is not here. It's in the next version, the current version, sorry. The gate tower is up here, so it's actually possible for you to attack from the north. But in this one, it's impossible. You should never do it. So I got carried away and just dove in too deep, and just threw the lead. So our group consists of Poliver, Marjorie, Marlon the Mage, Paxter Red Wine, Davos, and I believe, what has Grey got? Grey's got a good chunk of heroes. A lot of them are crap though. Clegane's good, Illipain's okay, Marin Trant's crap, Pestic Greenfield's crap, Man of War's also pretty crap. They are heroes though, which is, well, that's the important point of this point of the game. When you're down to the wire and you've got so many, you're just scrabbling for heroes, anything will count. So unfortunately, I was able to grab those items back, which is that's almost like the worst part of it. Giving all those items. Poliver isolated. Probably going to go down. Yep. Just tragic. So Sandal ult coming out, going to Samuel Tarly. He's got the Divine Shield. It's a very long Divine Shield as well. Lyra's pretty toothless at this point. Does no damage. Don't really have the elites to back it up either. I go Faith for the army spawn. All the low level King's Cutters dropping like flies in that engagement. Clegane drops down. Oh dear. So here's the thing. He has, if you actually take stock with the game, and you look at the comparative groups, Barkachiki actually has the most heroes and the most functional group in the game. However, he's got it hiding on ships, so it's not really doing anything. Andric, Harris, and Newt all got good levels. Makoro as well. Aeron and Theon, well, yeah, they obviously don't have the levels to back him up. And I believe soon Victarion will show up, unless he had already pathed. Oh no, he's already on Victarion path because he's Makoro. My mistake. But a lot of those heroes are actually quite good, so we could make an impact. At this point, Grey dropped Bows out. Grey had, I don't even know what heroes he had. Illipain and Madam Moore still, yeah, okay. Barkachiki leaves. As I said though, if you had those heroes, you could realistically make an impact in this. So, our last alliance of Mid and Elves is not looking too hot right now. Everyone's leaving. It's pretty doomed. We've got Marlon the Mage. Well, we don't have Marlon the Mage anymore. Man and Moore about to die. Ill and Pain, double Seaworth. Man, no more drops, level 5. It's never going to last very long. And quite quickly, the well, Seb was completely turned. We have lost all the advantage. They have way more heroes than us. They've got all the items, and it's just absolutely doomed. We've got no hero. We don't even have the spawns to match them. The south spawns are about roughly the same as what they have, but they've just got the heroes, so it's more or less just down to totaling King's Landing. Now I'll stay on Red's perspective because if you stay on Red's perspective, you can still get the status messages. They don't show up if you go onto another faction in the replay for some reason. So shut the gate, go on to Brynja Tully. This is realistically the only way we're ever going to get a kill, but shut the gate. I think at this point of the game, Tennel had given up and had given me control of Davos, so I'm using Davos and Marjorie at this point. So Ryman Frey dropping. He's still Brynja Tully, still in there. Ill and Pain drops. Brynja Tully's barely able to escape. Corrin though gets himself stuck in there, so I aim him down. Brynja Tully goes back in. He's finally able to actually get him as well. So remarkably, we have 2 heroes out of that for Ill and Pain. Worthwhile trade though. We've only got 2 heroes left. It is simply Davos and Marjorie holding the line against the Tide of Darkness. Marjorie's got a lot of defensive items, so she's very tanky. Davos is the bread carrier. But now you're seeing here, like, I've got about, what, 3 elites, is that? Not really what you want to see. So I see the pincer, so I decide to jump into a ship and leave. I'm just basically just playing on it for spite. I'm annoyed to lose a game due to someone just blatantly mass allying, so I just go for the salty run back and play on until I've got nothing left. So I grab my units over here and go to pile into King's Landing. If I lose the red keep, the game's over. So Teala's gone the betray path because he's lost Brynja Tully, so he's no reason to stay unpathed or stay into the quote unquote good Frey path. So now he gets a whole bunch of Frey backups, so many of them. So it kills the neutral hostile Brinton. Not afraid dropping a bit low. Not Rivers dropping a bit low there. He popped Berserk. Pro tip, don't press Berserk. Berserk means your hero will die instantly. I've made that mistake before. Take stock of what's in the game. 2 take the black heroes. Grain and Samwell. And then a metric fuck ton of Frey inbreds. I think a good chunk of these heroes are decent, but they're not something you're going to write home about. I'll speed this up as just a bit of posturing. team killing my units to just get some food so I can overcap with spawns, as well as so I can grab some more elites because I need some elites. I'm so low on them. I've got 2 yellow elites. I think there's an honor guard in there. Red grabs an archmaester, like anything you can grab at this point. It's utterly desperate. So Marjorie, pretty tanky right now. 62% damage reduction, 1.4k HP. She's got evasion as well. She has a reincarn as well. So while she looks on paper very squishy, she really isn't. So the spawns come in. So what I'm doing here is I'm letting them come in. I tried to let them come in and then close the gate on them. Fortunately, they didn't take the bait, so I'm a bit sad, but what can you do about it? Marjorie's queen ability is actually Holy Healing Spray. I think it's 100 health each per tick, so it's quite decent, but it is a healing spray. It's a stationary ability. You can only really use it in big blob fights like this, not really in hero fights. Thermal Tide dropping the Starfall. I didn't even see how Evan Frey got into there. But yeah, able to take him down. Evan Frey pushes up, try to get a target onto him. Don't manage it. Walter Frey is really stuck in there. I see him in there. Try to close the south gate, but I think I'm just too late on it. Oh, or maybe I didn't even attempt it. I am able to keep up Anders Frey. That's what I mean about the Frey path with the Betray. You get a lot of heroes. There are also a lot of bad heroes. Pushing out with your boy Davos. Take out another Frey hero. Go on to Lothar Frey, him being squishy range. Take him down. Go into Rhaegar Frey. Aims onto Marjorie Tyrell. Pull her back. Try to kite her through. Lord River, sorry. Trying to get him down. They drop her Reincarn, so looking pretty desperate right now. So I just counter aim, try to create as much room as I can. Instantly grab Marjorie and run her through. She's able to get out. I'm not sure if they have any Stormbolts left. If they did, maybe they could have gotten her there. But this sort of said, she's actually surprisingly durable. So I can use Marjorie quite recklessly. And the moment they counter aim her, when she drops down, I can just run her out the moment she respawns. So unless they're able to get a Stomp or a Stormbolt onto her. Gren pushes through, I see that, and counter aim. Still going for Marjorie Tyrell. Absolutely diving onto her. Drops quite low, 200 HP, 45. Drop a mask, so I can potentially grab a red. Bring around the Rosie with the trees. So pass her a bread. Bread is definitely more important than a Vivid Lyrian Steel mask. It's extra damage, but not really a big deal. Not what I need from Marjorie right now. Marjorie is what's keeping my game afloat. She's giving me the Queen's Devotion, and she's also giving me the Queen of Westeros aura, because she is the Queen, and I own the Red Keep. King of Westeros aura, apparently. No, don't distinguish. So they're trying to go from the south this time. Close the south gate, go onto Rhaegar Frey. Just drop quite low. Able to live barely. They come from the north, so I try to close the north gate. They are mass army aiming onto Marjorie Tyrell right here. Her reincarnation is still down, so if she dies, she dies. See Galbert Glover, in the tower, so switch on to him. Oh, and the Small John. Small John is also in there. It'll take him down. Rhaegar Frey goes down. Still going on to Marjorie. Grab a bread, eat it. Purchased milk with the poppy and drank that. From the click onto it. That doesn't let me get it. So they dove really hard for Marjorie, and then Rhaegar, Walder, all the rest just get absolutely blocked in by the army. I'm pretty hyped at this point. I was convinced the game was over. I was playing on for sheer bitterness, but Marjorie is apparently putting the game on her back. And yeah. Honestly, it's just a bit perplexed that she was able to survive that long. But apparently Marjorie Tyrell is got a bigger dick than I thought. I think after that, I may have just broken their spirit. What do they actually have left? See, I killed so many Frey heroes, and there's still more to come. 4 heroes there. Samwell left, and I believe Sawyers has his heroes. Yes.
Our town is under siege.
Just a reminder that this is done with Davos Seaworth and Marjorie Tyrell, staving off the endless goons. So they're quickly diving on. They're trying to pile in. Once again, they're going for the blatant target onto Marjorie. Really shouldn't be doing this, like just grabbing units and shooting Marjorie is not going to help at this point. Pushing to the north, I close the gate on them. Go for what in the butt. It's quite tanky, those got Relentless and Avatar as W. Amos Frey, Mirror Image. Bit of a bizarre one. So you can see Marjorie. Can I see her? Ah, she's absolutely fine. Dropping a volcano on me. That is the real Amos Frey right there. Jamos Frey, I don't know how you pronounce that. Send the goons on him. Beat his ass down. I see Watt is at the front line, so I think I try to go for him here. At this point, I've just got so many items, I just don't know what to do with them, and not enough heroes to properly equip them with. So I think I've got about 4 or 5 elites there, plus Davos and Marjorie. Ronald Rivers pushing up a bit too far there. And then he goes down. He gets blocked in by his own marksman there. If I can get Sam Tile, it'd be a big boon. Dawn is on him, so quite an amazing weapon. So, don't seem to think there's any heroes stuck on there. They're going for Marjorie at this point. No, they're not. Fortunately, I can't have Davos and Marjorie on my side. The screen would be very helpful at this point. Let's fast forward. It's a bit of a grind at this point. Watt pushes up. Don't know what happened. What just happened right there? Yeah, I hit him with it. I think I've just broken the spirit at this point. I'm just walking out my ass here because I'm just kind of like reeling from the fact that somehow I might win this game. There are only how many heroes left? Davos and Marjorie able to weather the storm. Samwell goes down. Go on to Martin Rivers. Onto Edwin Frey, sorry. Martin Rivers. I think Silence has given up. And Marjorie Tyrell has slaughtered the entirety of the Frey family.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Slavsy left. Sawyers has only got his recruits. Silence left. So there you have it. Marjorie Tyrell has somehow single-handedly carried the game on her back. There's not too many games where you can attribute a win to a single hero, but this would be one of them. Davos Seaworth, of course, he can't be undersold. He provided endurance aura to my army and allowed me to potentially use Bright Roar as well as more items, so more damage. But the fact that Marjorie Tyrell won the engagement over here when we killed Jon Snow and we killed Aemon Targaryen because he went super hard on her. Won the engagement over here when we killed another couple of Freys. And then in general when they just dove into King's Landing and lost 6, 7 heroes trying to kill her. Absolutely carried the game for us. So I hope this game was enjoyable to watch. It was, as I said, very bizarre one. It looked to be a very poor quality game at the start, especially when Orange was not good, Grey was trolling, Dark Green left at the start of the game, but I think the actual fight out here was entertaining enough to warrant the replay, and the fact that like a single hero just convincingly took the game on her back and just carried the game. Bit of a shame that Barksy didn't actually join in the fight properly. He had Asha poke her head out and then Loris slapped her around. But yeah, it happens. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and send me in any replays if you think that they warrant a review. I will have a look at it, preferably for a full game, one that's not a stomp and is actually well balanced, got a bit of back and forth to it. If it's just a game, it's you end the game in 30 minutes with 50 hero kills. It's not very enjoyable to watch. It's like, oh well, I guess another hero dies. They get another new player gets stomped into the dirt. Not really anything interesting with it. But if you do have a good long game, preferably not too long, under 2 hours for sure. Anything above that, I'll have to get some more information if I want to decide to do it. But yes, if you do have one, then send a replay to me over probably onto Discord or email it, whichever one works for you. In any case, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.